complicated production.
Yes, sir. Top of the top. Another edition of the
orange juice and a blunt for breakfast. While I read the paper, finna hit the block. About to see some paper.
Big bro, how your morning starting out, man?
Man, you already know, slow motion in the big ocean, trying to stay afloat. You know what I'm saying? Out here trying to eat.
Hey, what's the metaphor for Monday's show?
Man, you know, it's the Monday mentality. You know what I mean? Monday is a mentality. We get up and we go get it. You know what I'm saying? Refresh the week. You know what I mean? Restart, out with the old, in with the new.
And it's trash day. Oh my
it's trash day. That's right. That's right.
With the old and with the new. Come on now. Happy Monday.
Taking the trash out every Monday here on the digital newspaper.
Oh my mama. Happy Monday to everybody. You know what I mean? I hope your morning's starting off well. I hope your work week starting off well. I hope it fly by for everybody. You know what I mean? The grit don't quit. Today is Monday. Let's go get it. Let's not hesitate when we wake up on Mondays and drag our feet. Let's pick up the pace. That way we can set the tone on how this work is going to be, even though we might get some bumps and bruises, but we do set the tone on how the work week is going to go 100%. So yeah, top of the top, man. 100%. Yeah. How was your weekend, big bro?
It was pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Just my niece, shout out to my niece. She just had her baby a couple months ago. Right. So it was the first time we got to see the baby. Cause like in the past since February, man, somebody, there's 6 of us in my family alone. So there was always one of us that was sick. So we didn't get a chance to visit yet. You know what I mean? But we was all straight now. You know what I mean? Got to see the little, the new blessing in the family. You know what I mean?
Them is facts. We need more baby showers and we need more weddings. We need to start celebrating more milestone birthdays, 70th, 75, 65, you know what I mean? Just more times, more celebration when celebrating life. 100%.
Yeah, more celebrating life is definitely in order.
Them is fact. Oh my mama. Top of the morning, eat meal. Canada, stand the fuck up.
What's up? Stand up.
Oh my mama, we got Bakes a lot in the building. Top of the morning, Big
Bakes.
Oh my mama.
I see you out there. He's willing and dealing right now. I can feel it. He's on the clock.
Making shit shake.
Yeah, shake that thing up.
Come on now. It is wartime. You know what I mean? It's getting closer and closer to draft season. I mean, draft day. Tomorrow is the 1st. So I think the first day is the 24th or the 25th. So less than 3 weeks, about 3 weeks, three weeks in
3 weeks this Thursday.
3 weeks. There it is there. 3 weeks this Thursday. Oh,
it's the final countdown.
Oh my mama. So y'all just make sure y'all hit the bell button on the GWN network for your motherfucking fantasy football fix. Cause like I said, we taking over this shit, man, 100%. Our year anniversary for the channel is coming up here pretty soon. You know what I mean? So, you know, we got our first full off season and we bring in the content, man. So make sure you get locked into the GWN 100%. Shout out to all my Gen Wealth brothers, man. Ear to the streets. We got Peacock. We got Gang Green. We got Diamond Joe. We got Spencer the Guru, man, 100%.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the whole gang. And also shout out to our sponsor, NeonPeacockMerch.com. You know what I mean? Where you can get you some fresh GWN drip. You know what I mean? I got the hoodie with the truck thing. You know what I'm saying? Got my last little shopping spree in on the last sale, but definitely even if you're not necessarily shopping right now and you're waiting for a sale, you go up and sign up. So that way you can be notified and be the first one to know when there's another sale. And shout out to NeonPeacockMerch.com.
Glad you said that because we're going to run a message from our sponsor before we get into the first topic, big bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is. NeonPeacockMerch.com. You see Bogey's drip right there. 100%.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, my mama. You want you some drip like that? You want to support the channel, man? 100%. Go slide over to NeonPeacockMerch.com. Put your email in. Get locked in. Stay up to date when the sales is coming. You know what I mean? Because you can get you a whole lot of. You can run up some fat shit when the sales come. And even if you don't catch it with the sales come on now. Big bro over there cooking, man. 100%. Yeah.
We got a lot of fresh new designs. Definitely go out and support our sponsor, the Neon Peacock himself.
Oh, my mama, man. Before we get into the motherfucking first topic, I gotta let y'all know again.
Orange juice and a blunt for breakfast. While I read the paper, finna hit the block. About to see some paper.
Yes, sir. We are the digital newspaper. Shout out to our man Slim, aka Boogie45. Make sure you go tap into a fan's perspective. The latest episode on there is the sneakerhead episode. You know what I mean? 100%. Go slide over there. Click that bell button. Stay locked in. I think we in the kitchen tonight cooking up episode 16 or 17. So yeah, shout out to our man Slim. New York, stand the fuck up.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Brooklyn, man. Shout out to the town. They call that shit the town over there.
Come on now. Oh, my
really?
Bake said he got a trade pending. Oh, my mama.
Oh, okay. Let me go push that through. Let me grab my phone. I think I got a charger on the inside. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's get this to this first one. Bro.
Let's do it.
So, turn my computer off.
Orange juice and a blunt for paper. Shout out to Juice and Mess.
Come on now.
Solved a recent string of ATM robberies
You
where
hear
the
it?
suspects used life
Yep.
to break into the machines. Thanks for joining us for News 4 at 5. I'm Sean Yancey.
I'm Erica Gonzalez. Police say 3 D.C. men began targeting ATMs inside 7-Elevens in the county in late January.
Now, take a look. You can see the suspect in these surveillance pictures. Police tell us they stole more than $250,000. News 4's Paul Wagner is live tonight at a 7-Eleven in Lanham that lost the most money in these robberies. Paul?
Yeah, Sean and Erica, this was the biggest haul for these members of this crew. According to a court affidavit filed in the case, they got away with $61,500 just from this 7-Eleven. It was back on February 1st, a little after 3 o'clock in the morning. Police say Jeff Cruz and David Walker came here to this 7-Eleven with a pry bar and the jaws of life, and they opened up that ATM. The key to the case, according to a court affidavit filed in the District of Columbia, says police were able to find a car on surveillance video that linked to a Lexus. They then put a GPS tracker on the car, and that was the beginning of the investigation.
Dang.
In a search warrant affidavit filed in
Got
DC
him.
Superior Court, investigators included a photo of the Lexus GS350 recorded on video leaving one of the earlier robberies. The court document says police were able to find the car in the district and put a GPS tracker on it. The information the tracker provided gave police the initial information detectives needed as they tried to learn who was behind these robberies. So far, police have been able to tie Jeff Cruz and David Walker to 5 of the robberies and Maurice Roots to the last robbery on February 22nd. In the court document filed in the district, police included pictures, they say, of the 3 men stealing $32,000 from a 7-Eleven on Lanham Severn Road.
As you can see, the diligent work of our robbery unit and our partners, they saw to it that they wouldn't get away with this crime. You heard how many counts we charged them with just for here. And we believe that's going to escalate, but they thought they could get away with it. And we showed them that they could not.
Court charging documents show the 8 7-Elevens targeted on the spree lost a total of $257,940. Chief Malik Aziz says investigators are still trying to solve a series of ATM robberies News 4 told you about back in November of 2023. robberies in which the jaws of life were also used.
We have a belief that these may grow and that they did cross, state lines, and that they're going to be more added to this right here. It was to me, it's organized crime.
In fact, one of the men charged, Jeff Cruz, was indicted in 2015 along with 13 others and sentenced to 10 years in prison for being part of what federal authorities called the Simple City Crew, a criminal enterprise prosecutors said involved carjackings and other crimes. Jeff Cruz was released from federal prison in April of 2023.
Now, the court affidavit filed in the case indicates these men knew that they were under some kind of surveillance because they found the tracker on that first car. Then they switched to another getaway car. Police were able to track that car, put a tracker on that one as well. And then those men also got suspicious and removed that tracker as well. But still, they kept them under surveillance until they felt that they could wrap the entire case up. And
That's crazy.
He said they felt suspicious again. You think? You found another tracker on your getaway car now. Yo, that shit funny. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey,
but damn, the jaws of life. Like, I was just thinking this whole time, how do you get your hands on the jaws of life?
so I'm thinking they had to steal it from the fire department.
Okay, or like because they're the only ones that ever had that joint.
That's the only people that I know. That
Firemen. They could be firemen on the day by day.
No, that's a crew. One of them already had got popped for being part of
the Simple City Crew or whatever it was. They said,
them boys. So they said they ran up 257,000 total, but one ATM they got 61K and another ATM 32K. So that's almost 100K in two ATMs right there.
Yeah.
100%.
They start taking the jaws of life to that thing, huh? Just cutting into it.
Give
me the money.
Give me the money, bro. 100%. It was already
crazy.
They was already on to them boys, and for them to keep finding the air tags and still like, bro, once they got the air tags on the
once you find the air tag, when do you quit, huh? When do you take your money and get out of Dodge? They're like, you know what? We got 3 more 7-Elevens to hit. And at that point too, they're continuing to allow you to do this shit because it's more building on the case, even though they got them already. And say, watch them, let them hit another one. We're gonna get him one more. You know what I mean?
And they was crossing state lines. It said at the end of the
Then they call that transnational? No, what do they call that?
It's a federal case because they going in from state to state from doing it.
There's a word for that. It's like trans something.
Mm-hmm.
Trans state? I don't know. Well, but it's the charge when you get from going crossing state lines.
Right.
Be very careful. Yeah.
And them is facts, bro. And then the thing is, though, is for the police to be able to get on them and get the motherfucking air tags on the first vehicle, though, and for them to find it. So I wonder where or how
you know what they got? They got that thing. They could just shoot it at the thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They have that thing now when the cars are speeding. You know what I mean? They can shoot a tag on your ass.
On everything.
Shit, yeah. I mean, maybe sounds a little James Bondish, right? But and if it ain't true, my version's better.
Yeah, top of the morning, we got Chase in the building.
What's up, Chase?
Yes, sir. When the crew first found the first set of air tags on the Lexus, though, isn't that like a sign, though? Like, bruh, somebody's on to you, whether it be the police or whether it's somebody that know what you're doing and might be plotting to come and get you when when you're doing what you're doing. Whatever the case is like, damn, you got to getting too greedy. Once you started hitting for 61,000 out of one, 30 out of one, and it's only between 3 people, you know what I mean? That's 30K out of that 90 that you didn't hit for out of 3 people.
He goes, we get 10 each. And he goes, hold on, brother, it's 32,000. Well, hold on, bro. I get extra 2 through the jaws of life thing, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then see, here's the thing. Whatever happened to riding the under bucket?
Well, see, the cool thing is though,
like the motherfuckers last week. There's, you know what I mean? And the week before that, the motherfuckers are Ryan extreme foreigns. Like, I mean, these motherfuckers, these guys were in the Lexus GS, but still, are you in the you are not conspicuous.
And you know, you got
you're not inconspicuous, I should say.
And then also like that though is that you got these motherfucking license plate readers at every intersection. You got the motherfucking camera where the police can track your whole motherfucking movements. You know what I mean? By camera, everywhere you go on these city streets. 100%.
Especially if you're in these newer whips too.
Well, not only the newer whips, it's just the license plate.
Yeah, the license plate. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like Brad with in the Wraith the other week. Yeah, I mean, he hitting licks in the Wraith, and it's like, yo, that, you know, that Wraith got a
it got
a tracking system in itself.
Yeah, no, 100%. But
they'll be able to be like, boom, pull up wherever all this car's traveled all day. You know what I mean?
Right. But
boom,
also
got him.
But also too, though, like, why do it in something that can be tracked back to you? Whether it's GPS or whether it's through license plate reader, why not go get a Stolo?
That's what I'm saying. Whatever happened to riding the underbuckets?
You know what I mean? So you know, I guess, you know what I mean, motherfuckers being into crime and doing crime right now, you know what I mean? It ain't never always been the thing to go, but I understand why motherfuckers, you know, may trap, you know, whatever they do to feed their family. I definitely understand that, especially if you ain't hurting nobody. But part of the game, you know, that's part of the game. And these dudes, even though they was running it up and was able to secure some of the dough out that motherfucker, they really wasn't too smart because you doing it in something that they can tie you to. 100%.
It's always brilliant to me that they come up with these things. Then they hit the lick, bang, hit another one, bang. Then it's when you start going, all right, I got this next 6 planned out. You know what I mean? Like when, you know, it's like after the first 2, I'm pretty sure I would have been one of the homies that's like, listen, I made about 50 already. I'm gonna go open me up like a store or something. I'm gonna figure something out.
Yeah.
But the level of greed is always, you know, it's the common denominator between a lot of these stories. Like they keep hitting, they're like, man, this shit easy. Oh, let's do another one and another one.
Damn, facts.
You know what I mean? Boom, I got a new Lexus. I guess that Lexus wasn't new, but still, it's like,
right.
Like, you know, and then they burn through the money real quick. That's that, you know, or else you ain't coming back for another one that fast.
Unless, like you said, it's that easy. And it was easy for you because they got the jaws of life. You know, ain't no telling how long it took them to get in and out that motherfucking ATM, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't that long with the jaws of life because the way that shit be ripping through cars and shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That shit's crazy.
100%.
Good for them. That's way smarter than that might be way faster. And I don't want to say smarter. That's way faster than them other cats that was doing the blowtorch woo wops. Remember that?
Or yanking them out.
Yeah. These fools just go in there. They obviously they obviously know what side to cut in where the bread is stacked up, and then start emptying out the slots and get the fuck up out of Dodge.
Come on now. Oh, yeah. Everything. PB and J, top of the morning, big
bro.
What
up, PB and Dub?
He said, even your car insurance apps have tracking on it.
Come on.
100%, you know what I mean? And
I never thought of that because you know why? They want to know if a motherfucker is lying.
No, 100%. You know,
when you try to report some shit.
But see, now I don't know if the GPS opens up only when you open the app, because if you got an iPhone, when you open up certain apps, if you look at the top of your phone,
it'll give you the option to allow it to locate you or not.
Well, not that. That asks you if you want that app to track what you do online. But what I'm saying is on certain apps, when you open up the app, if you look at the top of your iPhone, it's gonna be a blue little like compass like looking like type thing. That's the GPS. When you certain apps, it'll look at the top of your phone and it'll turn.
And
blue.
you know, most people leave it on all day because like it'll be like, yo, you know, woo wop, give me the directions to the woo wop, and it'll just pull it up from wherever you're at. But and then if you don't have that on, it'll say, oh, you have to allow Siri for locations. And you go, oh shit.
Right. I think I know
because I always turn my shit off. But then there'll be times where, you know, I'm trying to find something like, okay, and I don't necessarily know the address. I just, hey, pull up the nearest whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And here's the nearest location. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's only able to do that on command because we always got our woo wops on. It's crazy. Big Brother. This is 1984. They wrote it in a book.
Come on now.
Big Brother's always watching, always listening.
Always watching, always listening. Oh, my mama. What you got going out on this one, big bro?
I don't know, man. That first one, it wasn't enough, huh? The 32, they're like, God fucking damn, there's only 32 bands in that motherfucker. We gotta do it again. 60 something. It's like, man, you know what, man? We can hit it for like 200. You know what? $250,000. Then we're done. Right? You start setting these markers. They got up to it. What do you think? They got to like 250. And they're like, you know what? Let's get to a half a ticket. You know what I mean? But they caught him after what 3-4 of them hits. They ain't gonna last too long.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I think the fourth one they got on everything.
Yeah. You know, let's just be a lesson, y'all. I'll leave that on that one. Dumb criminals. Once again,
That's exactly what it was.
we have yet to heard one of these stories where these motherfuckers got away and got out of Dodge, and then everybody's scratching their head. You get them feds and them detectives and all them shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's score another one for them.
Right, like like the movie. If they didn't go get that last score, they would have all made out.
Yeah, for real, because they didn't have. Remember, it took that last one for they to get the trackings on them again. You know what I mean?
Shit,
Yeah.
man. What I got going out on this?
And you know they finally decided to go out of state later too, because then once you know I think hitting it the second time already in the same town is already stupid. You know what I mean? Hitting another 7-Eleven in the same town or in the same state, I should say, and then the moment they try to go to hit it in another one, boom, it's your ass.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman. Yeah, they however they acquired the Jaws of Life, you know, that's the
Jaws of Life robbers is what they'll call them.
Yeah, that's a mystery in itself, you know what I mean? And
I'm pretty sure them things though, you know, what you gonna think? You're gonna have one that's the serial number scratched off or something. You gotta be like, where'd you get this? You know what I'm saying? Remember, I was just playing soccer, and then
oh boy, the other day.
Where'd you get the Jaws of Life? Oh, somebody gave it to me.
Right, 100%. Yeah, man. Shit, I ain't got nothing going out on that one. You know, it is what it is. They 257,000 total going across state lines. You had another guy in the crew who's from another crew. He's already did Fed time. So yeah, they're known for getting it. And you know, whoever got the Jaws of Life, shout out to them 100%, because you know that make they in and out time
clutch
faster. Oh my mama.
And you know, whoever had the Jaws of Life, it wasn't his idea too. It was the homie probably like, hey, you know who got the Jaws of Life, bruh? Woo wop got it. Oh yeah, they hit him up. Hey, listen, man, we got this idea. We need your Jaws of Life. He said, no, hold on, bruh. I can't just give you. You know what? I want in on it. You know?
Come on now.
It's like, you don't even know how to use the Jaws of Life.
Yeah, I gotta teach you. Oh,
listen, we need this thing to be in and out and done right. I gotta do this.
Come on now.
I want 60%. What?
Right, because it's my tool, it's my equipment. Oh my mama.
All right, listen, go find the regular Jaws. You can find all kind of regular Jaws. I got the Jaws of Life.
Yeah, the regular Jaws you can't get your hands on because he's in the water.
The regular Jaws.
Yeah, he's in the water. You don't want to touch him. Oh my mama. 100%.
That's exactly where I was going, man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know how that movie ended.
Oh, everything. Let's get into the next one, man. We got some Rick Ross was saying this dude had problems not acquiring the loans and shit like that on this story. So let's see what these.
He got the night. He said, "Huh."
Come on now. So Rick Ross, your information was wrong, buddy. Here we go. Can you hear it, bro?
Good afternoon, Mr. Jackson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I didn't even know I had to speak.
You did.
Somebody set me up. Somebody set me up. It had to be Gary. Gary did it. No, this is exciting.
That's his work voice.
Right.
Just excited to be able to be here today. You know, You guys are, it's important this project is a legacy project for me. I don't think I've done anything that directly affected as many people as this project will here in Shreveport. And I'm just excited to get to it.
We ready for you to get to it
Ready.
too. We are.
Look
You don't
at
know
Al.
what you heard about us.
No, I try to tell them all roads lead to Shreveport.
I tell them again.
It's gonna be that way, whether they like it or not, because it's the direction that we headed in. You know, creatively, I haven't had an opportunity to affect more people than I have at the moment, because film and television, there's no age range. You know, hip hop is a youth culture thing, and I'm getting ready to turn 50 this year. 50 turns 50.
50 turns
50 got to do bigger things. Got to do bigger things.
Council.
I'm looking at all of these faces and I'm going, which one of them ain't gonna vote for me?
Look at me. I don't get a vote.
It won't be me.
I get a chance to see this room online.
Yeah.
I see you guys vote on other things and stuff like that. And it's exciting to just be here to see you face to face. It's cool.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. They said
Hey,
you
50,
wasn't coming back.
they said it's a big rich town.
Yes.
I'm just from the poorest part.
They quoting power. They quoting power, bruh. Get it. Shout out to 50, bruh, for making it happen out there, man. Shout out to the city of Shreveport, Louisiana, for passing the vote. The city council for passing the vote for bruh to go ahead and build his movie studio, man. Give me your thoughts on that shit, man.
I mean, by definition, 50 is he transcends. You know what I'm saying? So he went from music, or he went from the streets, transcended into music, then that transcended into film and into TV, and now like he got his own. That he already had his own production company, but now he got his own studios.
He got the top
for real, because there's places like in LA, you go all around LA. There's places that motherfuckers, there's big studios everywhere. Then you go to like Studio City or Burbank. You feel me? And this is where a lot of the action goes down when it comes to the movies and television. Then you go up to Toronto. They got a lot of shout out to our man Nelly. You know what I mean? That's where he got his acting start, because they shoot a lot of stuff in Toronto, so there's a lot of opportunities there. You know what I mean? It's a hot spot. Atlanta's the same. You know what I mean? So so him being in Louisiana to get this whole it's like where does Tyler Perry got his shit? Is his shit in Atlanta?
I want to say it is in Atlanta, bro.
Or yeah, he's somewhere in Atlanta. It's somewhere in Georgia, I think. I should say. Yeah, but because you need a lot of you need acres on acres. And then, what I'm saying? And 50 got the money to just boom. Now overnight, he's going to have a studio areas. They could build whole entire cities in that motherfucker if you needed to, right? If the movie called for it. You know what I mean? Then it should give opportunities to the locals. You know what I mean? People that work in the studios, right?
I found this. I found it. So let's this is what Rick Ross was talking about, bro, about 50 and this shit.
Don't quit like that, because you showed us the picture of how you want it, but don't leave Louisiana. Don't quit like that, because you showed us the picture of how you wanted it to look. We call it renderings. You had the renderings, then you try to go get them loans, and ain't nobody loan you that money. You ain't even built the G on your studio yet. That might be why when I stood next to Meech, your knees buckle. Your knees buckle.
Your knees buckle.
The nigga said he didn't have the money. He couldn't get the money to do the shit. There it is there.
There it is there. In your face, Ricky Rose. Don't
got nothing to do with no motherfucking money or nothing like that, bro. This motherfucker's at the city council meeting, bro, getting approved to do what he got to do. You know what I mean? 100%, man. Shout out to 50, bro. So this
unit studios.
This is a thing to where it allows him to cut out the middleman, just like how you named in Toronto, in LA. Where else you got studios at? Probably in New York. You know what I mean? 100%.
San Francisco.
These entertainment hubs. You know what I mean? 100% to where your product that you create and you have writers bringing forth the product, but you got to go to these studios to get this shit, produced the right way. Here it is now, man. This motherfucker done got the approval from the city to build his shit. And like how Bogey said about his evolution from being a street dude all the way to 2025, where he at now, complete businessman, 100%, and putting people on, making motherfuckers careers. He put a little Meech on, you know what I mean? Like how Ross said about standing next to Big Meech, but with the son, he turned his son into a household name that all people knew him for was just being Meech son. Now he's Lil Meech because of of being part of that series. I ain't gonna say
you know what's crazy too? If I'm Big Meech, who for the most part, most people still respect because he's one of those like heroic figures, quote unquote, even though he allegedly might have cooperated through a third party. Long story longer is, wouldn't you, if you're a Meech, you'd be annoyed by this because here's Ross clearly pointing out the fact that, hey, look, I use anybody as pawns as well. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, when I stood next to Meech, you know what I mean? If I'm Meech, I'm like, what, bro? Trying to use me to fuel your bullshit. You know what I mean?
And make your knees weak.
Make your knees buckle.
Oh, everything. And wherever you got that information from that the studios isn't going through because of some money, you know what I mean, bro? You just
Rick Ross is funny, bro, because the way he be clowning, he be clowning his own on his own style. Like in this one, his knees buckle. You know what I mean? And then even when he went in on Drake, hey, look, white boy, he's like, your BBL, you can't take your shirt off because you got a bad BBL or whatever he was saying. And then, first of all, this is Ross telling another man he can't take his shirt off. And then, what was it? Remember when 1090 Jake tried to do that? When he's like, Drake hired me to do the video on Ross. You know what I mean? And then, anyways, right in that video, when Ross replied, he was like, this white boy look like he's 60 or some shit like that. Right. He needs some moisturizer. I'm like, yo, this movie. Shout out to Rick Ross, man.
That motherfucker said, what was it? Uncle Murder that he was talking about?
Yeah, he told him he needed moisturizer too.
Oh, my mama.
He's like, Uncle Murder, you need some moisturizer. He said something about an AR. You need your AARP card.
That shit is
I fuck with Uncle Murder. Uncle Murder's the shit.
Yeah, I fuck
Uncle Murder's that drunk uncle that carries a gun all the time. Like you don't want to fuck with.
Come on now. Everything. Bake said he was a shark from a broken family. His brother was a psychopath that was killed by a harpoon. To live up to his last name, he goes out to avenge his brother. Coming to 2028 regular Jaws. This is the most hilarious shit ever. The regular Jaws, bruh. Oh, my mama. Let's go, bruh. Oh,
coming up summer.
Fucking
regular Jaws.
Regular Jaws. Oh my God.
It's all kind of, he ain't got the jaws of life though. You know what I'm saying? You got all kind of regular jaws.
Right. Oh my mama. And shout out to everybody.
There no regular jaws, bro. I want 60%.
Oh, every day.
Okay, half. I'll take half.
Real talk. 100%. Yeah, shout out to everybody.
And then on cue, the construction next door, they start hitting the saw.
I hear it too.
Yes, that's a saw. We need the jaws of life.
Come on now. Hey, shout out to the homies that's out there doing their carpentry work out there, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And pushing
I mean, you were just at my crib yesterday. You know, when you're driving through here, you see they're building everything. It's just all of a sudden, even I've been here for almost 2 years now. And then just that main street right there, you know what I'm saying? Going down that street, like, God damn, this whole shit used to be nothing. You know what I mean?
Everything. No, facts. 100%, man. Like I said, shout out to all the carpenters that's pushing America forward, building these motherfucking houses, because it is a housing shortage around this motherfucking. So
yeah, hold on, I'm on it.
Come on now.
The hammer. I told you the houses will be ready in a second.
Facts.
Hey, yo, man, we got houses.
Come on now. Oh, everything. Give me what you got going out on this 50 Cent thing, man.
I'd be like, winners win.
There it is there.
You know what I mean? I mean, think about this. A new lease on life, me and you, we can attest to this, you know what I mean? And you could directly attest to it with Fifth situation, you know what I mean? When a motherfucker's got a new lease on life, bro, you know what I mean? You can't take that for granted.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? They try to take him out the game. He can't look. They see they knew. They're like they knew. We were trying to stop him before all of it. They knew it was gonna be a wave.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, my thing is like I mean, I really can't top what you just said, but just what's coming in the future from 50 and his production team, you know what I mean? Because he has classic shit under his belt. Power is a classic phenomenon. The fucking the books that came from Power, 100%. You got the BMF shit up under his belt. You got he had a TV show on ABC. I never got into that motherfucker, but I forgot exactly what it was about. I think
what he should do? He should do like a white people joint that'll really solidify him. Like you do like a series on like Boston George or something. You know what I mean? Because that shit gets deep. You know what I mean? He starts with the tree. The movie was Blow was the shit.
Yeah.
But like imagine like if you did like a whole like a 3-season series on him because he goes crazy. You know what I mean? He gets in there, but El Padrino.
He got something in the works for sure, bro. 100%, man. This motherfucker in the kitchen cooking, bro. And they didn't gave him that. He didn't got the land. He didn't got approved for the land and built the studios. Or if the Cat Williams got a studio in Oklahoma. I think same like type shit.
I got a studio. Curtis is not the only one that has a studio. I have a studio as well. We do films and television and things of that nature.
Come on now. Let me see if I can find that shit real fast. Motherfuckers.
I read 3,000 books every 48 hours. I have an alarm clock.
Right. Oh, my mama.
I read 12 books simultaneously. Everyone does Cat Williams, and it's all terrible, like mine right there.
Watch this shit, man. Motherfuckers is working, bro.
You can't outwork Cat Williams. Cat Williams low-key has a studio. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the first time I've ever heard that shit.
Man, this was a month ago.
You said other word.
Here we go, right here. Let's watch it.
Cat Williams building a production studio in Anniston.
Today, WVTM 13's Zoe Blair made the trip to get some answers.
So we got 50 Cent and we got Cat.
On the other side of this fence is the old Fort McClellan property. In November, rumors started popping up that comedian Cat Williams had bought it. Today, Anniston Mayor Jack Draper confirmed that news to us, saying Williams plans to turn it into a production studio. Before Fort McClellan closed down in 1999, it was a major force in Anniston's economy. Mayor Draper says he hopes the new studio can have a similar economic impact. The mayor tells us Williams and his team are already in the process of moving in, and the city has been working with them.
This is a sector of the economy that I think can be transformational for this region. We as a city have met with Mr. Williams' team consistently over the last few months, as have city staff. But you're talking about jobs, you're talking about construction projects, not only for the city, county, but also.
But there it is there. See, we got it. That's two people in this entertainment industry that then purchase land to make that
from the community.
Come on now.
They come straight from the community, and look at them now, rubbing elbows with them peoples, opening doors and giving, because like they said, that used to be a woo wop, and they say hopefully it'll boost that economy in that little Oklahoma. You know what I mean? Little
100%.
And shout out to see, and that's what they have to be in these little areas, like Louisiana. You got New Orleans, but wherever 50's at is like somewhere in that rural. Am I saying that word right? Rural.
Yeah. I ain't never been there.
Rural areas. Can never say that word. You know what I mean? Because it's probably a little cheaper too.
Right.
You gotta go out in the cuts, out in the country somewhere.
And you gonna get more acreage and all that, because them motherfucking studios, them motherfuckers be sitting on big ass lots. You know what I mean? Lots that's acres. Have that whole
acres on acres.
100%. There we
I'm
go.
gonna need 200,000 acres.
You know what I mean? And so that's the thing right there, is that they cutting out.
My studio is called 200,000 Acre Studios.
They trying to cut out Hollywood though, bro. See, that's the thing. We seen Cat Williams on how he is outspoken against, you know, the powers
the
that
machine.
be.
Yeah.
100%. And so for him to go ahead and do this, we already know what time it is. Then you see 50, who got
he works.
like
He knows how to work with the machine and get the machine to partner up with him. You know what I mean?
And not only that, but produce shit that, you know, everybody wants to watch. 100%. So 50 got a track record. And so now the thing is like when, like how, like in your instance, you know what I mean? You got a passion for what you do and what you bring to the table in this music industry, right? But not all the time can you just go walk into your own studio and lay down your shit professionally. You know what I mean? You have to start off somewhere.
Especially since I moved.
And now, bro,
before I'm just like 12 minutes away to walk in. Honey, I'm home.
100%. And that's what Cat Williams and fucking and 50 could do, bro. You know what I mean? Man, fuck.
Shout out to my Syndicate brothers, by the way. You know,
shout out to the
HMNG, stand up.
Let's go, baby. 100%. We got Song in the building, top of the morning.
What's up, Song?
Oh, man, mama.
Yeah, hey, I text Song this morning, right? Because Song, we were on Tyrone Tracy watch. I'm like, Song's about to take Tracy, right? And then like, but he's also like, he wants a third QB. I kept telling him like, I'm like, if Rodgers was already like signed, he's already drafted. You know what I mean? And I said, if you want a third, you better start thinking about it now. Then I woke up this morning, it was like Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball with DK Metcalf.
I seen
I'm
it.
like, oh shit. So I text him, hey, I read this morning, woo, you better get him before I get him. Cause then at that point, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get him now. Fuck
I just seen something this morning. Was it Jeff Darlington? Because I was watching Get Up, and a little tidbit to after the draft. If the Steelers wait to sign him after the draft, they'll get compensatory picks in 2026 draft. So that's just a little tidbit of outside thinking the box, you know, maybe to
so they could. And this is not tampering either. If you do have like a gentleman's agreement behind the scenes, like, listen, I'm going to go out. I'm going to say, hey, I'm waiting because I am still going to weigh out my options, but I intend on playing with y'all. You know what I mean? Because they picked up Mason, who's clearly meant to back someone up. And then if they draft a rookie in the meanwhile, that's still going to be like, it doesn't mean they're not going to bring in Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Right.
So this could be just a little ploy.
And
until they eventually sign him, but everything's pointing where he's gonna go
because they don't got a second round pick, so it's gonna have to be in the first.
Exactly.
And I doubt that. You know what I mean? Unless it's
they'd rather have Rodgers and then go get a running back.
You got to go get a running back, bro.
Exactly.
100%. You go get a running back, or you go put something on that offensive line. That's
and then you get a running back later.
100%, bro, on everything. And that's the thing with them giving up the second round for DK. They don't have that. A wiggle room to Fandango to move up and get a quarterback, and if one don't slide to them, they not finna force.
And they don't historically. The Steelers don't move up in the first round either, though. Too, 100%. So you know what I mean.
Facts. Oh my mama, yeah. Any thoughts on Cat Williams and 50?
Man, that's dope, man. Because like they, you know, it's about longevity, and then you know what I'm saying, you have to always recreate yourself. So, and that's when you look at 50, he's constantly been able to recreate himself and transcend to higher levels. Then you have Cat Williams, who's been able to do all this on the back of the craft on comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just pushed. It's just like Kanye. When you look at Kanye, where before the Yeezys and all that, most of his shit was music. You know what I mean? He made all his fortunes off the music. Then the brand took off, and then he's just out of here. And now you know he's rocking whole the black leather woo wops, bro.
Yeah, that dude is a cold dude, bro. Everything.
Yo, that shit was crazy. I had to watch it back because so then now the second time I can get off but you know, what Slim pointed out when we were talking yesterday, just he wants that to your eyes to be focused on that. Right. Versus like, you know, and I get Kanye in that sense. Well, I don't get him because that might hurt my head trying to understand him. But like, I get like the extreme aesthetic to draw people into what he's trying to say. But then also when you listen to what he's trying to say, it's hella out there too. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's the same thing with 6ix9ine with the hair, the tats, everything that you know what I mean. Once you lock in the eyes, everything else is you're going to be curious of what this motherfucker got going on. 100%. So when you just own some weird shit with just your appearance, you know what I mean? Of course you're gonna lock in. And then, like you just said, I had to go watch it again to make sure I was hearing everything he was saying. Because the first time
I'm
you
just
won't-
stuck looking at him wearing the whole getup with the
100%,
chain, and he's, you know, just like he just casually like, yeah.
And then he just kept dropping so many F-bombs, not the fuck word, but the other word.
You know, speaking ill on you know, on some of the pioneers in the fashion game, because it's really speaking like jealousy, like, you know, but speaking ill on some on Verge, because he had, and you know, that's just disrespectful, because, you know, it's just, come on, we raised better than that to speak on the dead. You know what I mean?
100%. Oh my mama.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, he was definitely trying to make a point that he ain't soft. Because he kept saying, oh, you know, pink polo, F word, Kanye. You know what I mean? And woo, woo, you know, he kept going back to that, like, oh, try me, test me. Yeah, he was.
I'm the only one that survived.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the only.
A lot of references to being God's, like, so what do you call that then? Somebody giving all these blessings out, right? And that not God? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yo, and you know what's so funny is, oddly enough, I grew up loving some Ye. This shit still makes me laugh as a motherfucker, like, because I'm like, now, like, because here's one thing, the music's the music. I haven't been feeling his new music since like fucking Life of Pablo. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't really been rocking with his shit like that. That song Penelope that he leaked out, that song was pretty dope though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, that song's actually hella hard. But you know, nowadays too, it's like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, so whoever wrote that, bravo. You know what I mean? And like he might have did something to the beat too, but you know, a lot of times too, he knows how to curate more than anything. Yeah, he's flipping shit, but like remember he was talking about how he was like breaking down different, he was working with younger producers, and he was like, he would break down different drums from the different eras. And then he'd be like disgusted how they didn't just, how the fuck do you not know this? Like, some of these kids don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said when he was talking about Jim Jones and how Jim Jones got 2 million behind his back, right? But he said he wasn't mad at Jim Jones for doing that. So,
I like the point he made there.
Watch, but so he said, so he told Jim Jones, and shoot me the PDF file with all the renderings, or you know, all the designs of what the hot designers got. And he said, man, Jim Jones,
I don't know how to make a PDF
and he was
file.
like, man, I was madder than a motherfucker. That motherfucker told me.
But you know how to make $2 million behind my back, though. Oh, that shit had me dying, because I was like, all right,
and I was
point yay, right?
I was
like, one point yay. Jim Jones 0.
If y'all haven't watched that Kanye West interview with Academics, man, go watch that shit, man. I'm telling you. Right in there talking about a few things, though, 100%. I gotta watch the shit myself again. I ain't finished it. I'm probably like 45 minutes through, but I'm gonna definitely watch that shit again, because I think we're talking about it tonight. I think so. Oh my mama. Let's get into this last one, bro.
Let's go.
My mama.
Shout out to Yeezy.
Come on now.
We might not never see him in American soil for a while.
Jay-Z gonna get him.
He's out there. See, he said he's going to Japan. Who knows where he went?
Right, Jay-Z, Lucian. He kept dropping a lot of names.
All of them, bro.
Hey, Academics asked him, well, who said that about your daughter? He was like, man, I kept out the names for a reason. I don't want to throw, you know what I mean? I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, because you know why? Because Kanye's the type of person I might want to make something happen to those people. No, seriously.
Well, he said so. The dude,
Kanye's unhinged.
Well, so the name that he purposely kept out, he said in that interview, that person has never said nothing bad against Kanye. That's why Kanye didn't drop his name during the interview, is because kind of like bruh got his back.
Okay,
that's what he said during that interview.
Probably did he?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Right here. If you're a sneakerhead, I don't care what job you got. I guess sneakers is life. No matter what, sneakers is life. Here it is. Here, y'all. Watch this shit.
There is a suspected shoe bandit
hear it, bro?
afoot, and Detroit police didn't have to go far to catch him.
Kind of a bizarre story. Fox News' Lauren Edwards has more on a police officer accused
Shout
of
out to all my
having
sneakerheads.
sticky fingers.
It is different, and when it's brought to our attention, any type of crime or anything, we investigate.
Detroit police with a case like no other. Chief Todd Bettison says a member of the department has been accused of stealing other police officers' shoes.
Over at the 3rd precinct in the locker room, just like any typical locker room, our officers, tend not to put their shoes in their lockers. It's outside the lockers, or it could be some other things as well. And so shoes were coming up missing.
Top of the morning,
Detroit police say
crooked.
between September 2024 to January
Top of the morning,
2025,
crack.
27-year-old officer James Clark Davis III allegedly stole multiple pairs of sneakers from fellow officers at DPD's Atwater Street location.
We did typically utilize an AirTag or other device. We planted a pair of shoes over there and put it in the shoes. The shoes came up missing. Ultimately, the shoes ended up at Officer Davis's house.
Police got a search warrant, entered his home, and found the missing shoes. Thursday, Davis was arraigned on 3 counts of larceny in a building and 1 count of receiving and concealing stolen property, $200 to $1,000.
It's really a sad day. I know him, and so I just want Officer Davis to get the help that he needs. Of course, he's going to have to, just like anybody else, go through the criminal justice process.
The chief says Officer Davis also resigned Thursday, but emphasizes that police are not above the law.
We're going to keep on holding our own accountable, just like we'll hold the community accountable for when when folks are stealing or any other type crimes.
We're hearing some of the shoes that were taken were Nikes and other high-priced sneakers. As for Davis, his probable cause is scheduled for April 8th. His prelim is a week after that. Reporting here in Detroit.
There we go right there, bro. So we got an officer who has a shoe fetish, you know what I mean? He's a sneakerhead, and he's stealing shoes from his coworkers that happen to be police officers. Man, talk about it, Bo.
Man, did they list any of the shoes that he took?
Well, she said it listed from Jordans to other high-end shoes. So they charged him from anywhere.
Somebody that left the Giuseppe's out, huh?
100% from $200 to $1,000.
Someone left the Louboutins out.
What, the red bottoms?
The red bottoms. That's right. Louboutins. It could have been a female. Oh, they wouldn't be in the same locker.
Oh, everything. But they got men's red bottoms.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. They got red bottoms for men. Yeah.
Oh, my mama, that shit crazy.
Bloody shoes.
So, bruh is really stealing his co-worker's shoes. And I don't know. Well, he got to be selling them.
Who took my Balenciagas?
Right, man. Where the fuck is my designers at, man? Are you fucking serious? I could have
took his Yeezys.
I could have swore I came in today with work with my motherfucking red Octobers instead of just my motherfucking steel-toe boots. That's mandatory for a job like that. Shit is crazy, bro. Oh, my mama, this motherfucker is really going through
the
this.
Police is sticky fingering it. Pause.
My mama, 100%, and gotta go sit down or pay a fine. But the motherfucker had to resign. You know what I mean? Because he was gonna get canned for doing that shit, bro. You done threw away your career for some motherfucking for some shoes, bro. 100%.
He's gonna try to take it to trial, and he's gonna be like, "See, my client, grossly underpaid, forced to steal shoes." See?
Come on now. 100%. They cut his
overtime. Case.
They cut his overtime, so he was forced to start stealing his co-worker's shoes.
He couldn't. He has a shoe fetish. He's a known sneakerhead.
Hey, you know what else that says? That the Detroit Police Department, they officers is drippier than a motherfucker. They come to work, drip the fuck out, and after they put in their 12 hours, they finna go hit the motherfucking club. 100%.
They go to the MGM, huh?
Oh my!
Hey, you know what, too? Though here's the thing: a lot of D boys in Detroit. You know what I mean?
100%.
You know,
oh my
cops. You know what I mean? They get covered. A little extra money here and there.
The Detroit rallies, they spend thousands of dollars on their glasses. Their glasses is mandatory. The Cartier frames and shit like that, them is mandatory for them dudes. Oh my mama, they be pure gold with the frames and diamonds and shit on that.
That's part of the standard issue uniform.
100%. That's their G code. Oh my mama. Crooked said, top of the morning, JD and Bogey. I'm gonna have ear to the streets and a Denver fan on tonight to talk about the AFC West. Let's get it, baby.
Yeah, man. Everybody make sure to tap in to the Chicago Clubhouse on YouTube, man. Go give our guys a sub over there.
100%. I'll be tapping in tonight for sure, big bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't wait to hear the Broncos fan and the Chargers fan talk to each other on everything.
Yeah.
Facts.
The ear to the streets.
Come on now, aka ear to the streets, man. Crooked said, bro, has to be so surreal having your shoes stolen inside a police station locker room. Like, who would think to do that in this place? Oh, my mama. And it said that they left their shoes outside the locker. So that shows you, like, bro, man, ain't nobody finna steal this shit up in here, bro. 100%.
For real, huh? And then it's like, hey, who took my shoes? Everybody's quiet. Hey, you're all police. Somebody get to telling.
Come on now, where's the detective at? Where's the detective work? Oh,
it was probably somebody else. Hold on, man. He stole my shit too. I think I know who it is. It's already somebody. He been quiet. He got his shoes stole like weeks ago. But you know he been idling by trying to keep an eye out. You know what I mean? He already got a hold with who's narrowed down to. What was Brez's name?
I forgot Brad's name.
Right.
Oh, every
check his house.
Hey, the chief of police said it in the story, man. I know, Brad. 100%. I hope he get his shit straight. 100%, because I feel bad for him.
Like, come on, Brad, stealing shoes. Now, imagine that you got to book him. Like they don't like cops in there too.
100%.
They don't like cops in there. He's about to go sit down for some pay. I mean, he's probably not even going to sit down for real.
Yeah,
because what is larceny these? Oh, I guess it's different in different each state. Because I know, like in California now, I think it's like it's like 900 something before, like before it's a real charge. Otherwise, it's a misdemeanor charge. It has to be like a certain dollar amount. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she
ran out with an Xbox these days or a PS5 these days. It's like a slap on the wrist.
And
allegedly, I don't know this because I wouldn't do that anyway, but I'm just saying.
And the reporter lady said that he's being charged anywhere from $200 to $1,000, and that got to be multiple times. So now if you hit for a few designer shoes, that costs
that's a couple counts of larceny.
100%. So, bro,
the building or whatever the fuck, federal,
and then
whatever the fuck building.
And then the cold thing is, right? How many pairs of shoes came up missing before they put the air tags in one of the setup shoes? And what kind of setup shoes it was? It had to been some J's or some designers in order to make bro want to take these motherfuckers. So, hey, cold world in this motherfucking, man. 100%, man.
Oh, that's right. They put the tracker in that thing.
Back-to-back stories that we didn't, or that's 2 stories out of the 3 we didn't heard about. The police tracking motherfuckers with air tags. 100%.
He ain't even bother to shake the shoes.
Come on now.
He said, "Ooh, Giuseppe's."
Mine.
The ones with the spikes on it too. They're like,
neon
green Giuseppe's.
What's the name of that motherfucker? Hey, that motherfucker putting them motherfuckers on Poshmark and what's the name of the motherfucking sneaker app where you can sell used shoes? I forgot the name of that motherfucker, but he's putting all that shit on that motherfucker. Boy,
you ain't lying. He's cashing out.
Yeah, he's a dummy. Oh, my mama.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like you know what's funny? That's what a criminal would do, like a dumb criminal. Keep going. First of all, he's in the same spot. He's just gonna keep hitting them over and over and over again, like a dumbass. And you're a cop. It's like this goes to show some of these. Hey man, they're giving the good cops a bad name. These dumbass cops.
You ain't never lied.
That was a dummy.
Straight dummy. Oh my mama. Yeah, I don't think we need to go out with anything on this, but he's a dummy, man. He done fucked off. Oh, everything. Facts. Let the people know what we got cooking up for the rest of the week, big bro.
We're just continuing our countdown to the NFL 2025 NFL draft. Starting tomorrow again, or picking up again tomorrow with Wake Your Game Up, simulcasting through several platforms. You know what I mean? As the GWN assembles. So, you know what I mean? Find us on Gen Wealth Net on YouTube and check me out. Gen Wealth Net _ on Instagram and anywhere you consume your music. Bogard Scott Free on Apple, Spotify, all that shit. Give me money.
Give me money 100% for our man Slim. Just type in from a fan's perspective on YouTube, man. It's gonna pop up, man. Go ahead, get yourself locked in 100%, man. Make sure you go follow Spencer the Guru channel, man. 100%. Get locked in. Go slide over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Get locked in. Make sure you go follow Peacock on Instagram or Facebook. That way you can tap in directly with him if you do want to get like some personal shit made up. Because man, if you could think about it, Big Bro gonna cook that shit up, and I can personally vouch for that shit. And it's dope as fuck. 100%, man. Shout out to Gang Green, my dog Kidda, man. Shout out to the Ear to the Streets. Make sure you tap in with the Ear to the Streets tonight on the Chicago Clubhouse, hosted by our dog Crooked Commish, man.
Shout out to the Crook.
The AFC West preview, 100%. Shout out to my dogs over at Stay Tuned Live, 7 p.m. Tuesday nights. 100%. Talk your shit. 5 p.m. West Coast time, the Ignorant Thinkers podcast. You know what I mean? Tuned in with my fellas over there, man. You know what I mean? We just cooking, man, and pushing this motherfucking community forward, man. So do yourself a favor, get locked in with everybody that I just mentioned. I know I said it pretty fast, but you know what I mean? It ain't hard to find.
Nah, man, if you ain't said it too fast, they just listening too slow. You know what I'm talking about?
100%. And last but not least, shout out to everybody in the motherfucking chat keeping this bitch lit every time we fire this thing up, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We gonna continue to keep this bitch going, and we plan on taking these fantasy streets over, and we can't do it without y'all. Only thing that I ask every time you come up in this motherfucker, just throw a thumbs up for us, bro, because it helped get this shit up out there, bro. So yeah. 100%. 8:30 tomorrow. Wake your game up, bro. We'll be back, man.
Let's go.
In a minute, y'all.
Peace.
Eureka. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.